This week on the Big Eyes podcast, the battle begins in Dragon Ball Super. We get out of this world in Boruto, and we get school drama in Spy Family. All this only on the Big Eyes podcast. Welcome to this episode of the Big Eyes podcast. I am your host, LJ. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This week we got lucky, got some chapters, and that was cool. That One Punch Man chapter was boring. After that last week's chapter, they reminded us that whole storyline has been going on like way too long, and there's just a lot of things going on now that it kind of doesn't make sense anymore. But hey man, we got some chapters this week to talk about, so I'm excited. While we had this little week hiatus, I've just been trying to catch up on some old stuff, just read some old stuff, especially popular stuff that I haven't read before, so that's been cool. But no, man, we got locked up. We got a good Dragon Ball chapter. They got freaky with Boruto, Spy Family is always just great. So then let's get into these chapters for this week. So if we learned anything from Dragon Ball this week, it's pretty much that Goku's gonna have another transformation, and Vegeta is probably gonna get his ass beat just so that transformation can happen. A very Dragon Ball type battle happened this week. You get your Goku starts off the battle really amazing. Right now he is showing Ultra Instinct. He's showing the power of it. Moro is completely overwhelmed by his speed. You see the other Z fighters cheering him on, and they're having their moment of wow, like Goku's so strong. Goku's like the greatest ever. They're doing their thing. Even Gohan's like, yo, you can let all out. Like we have the Dragon Balls, so you don't have to worry about destroying the Earth right now. But pretty much, man, we a very Dragon Ball-esque battle. You see, like I said, Goku is putting the hands on Moro currently. And we have it really gives away the whole Goku having another transformation is that we get a quick glimpse at Whis and Miris, and they're all watching the fight happening, and Whis is just amazed. He's like, wow, you did such a great job training Goku. Like, I'm proud of you. You lucky that he's this good right now, Miris, because if he didn't, I would have been snitched on you. You gotta remember Miris is his brother, so he punked him to get him back to the planet. But no, Miris though, Whis gives away that he's like, okay, when are we gonna see his hair turn silver? Like, has he actually mastered Ultra Instinct? And Miris goes, well, about that. Like, he has like the first level, which is Ultra Instinct Sign. But I guess there is another level past that. I'm guessing that is the beginning stages of Ultra Instinct. So, I have a good feeling that that's gonna show up, later on during everything. But we get a quick glimpse of Vegeta. Vegeta is still on Yarrat training. He's like, the real battle has started, and he's still there training though. He puts his trust in the Goku to be able to stall off enough until he is able to master whatever the secret technique is that he is learning on Yarrat right now. He is going to, he has to show up Goku too. He has to just magically appear. He has to have like the long range, the sniper instant transmission. So, but and then at the end of the chapter we get Moro powering up and showing like, hey, that was cool, but you gotta remember, I've been devouring planets and eating all these energy from all these planets. So what is your this is nothing pretty much. Like I've been collecting all this energy. There's zero reason for me to not start unleashing it now. And so like I said, very Dragon Ball fashion. Learning that there is another level though of Ultra Instinct gives me something to look forward to. I think it gives a lot of fans things to look forward to, of just Goku being able to unleash his power. We're gonna see a whole new another transformation, so that's gonna be fun. I'm very excited to see what Vegeta pulls out, as he obviously is feeling that this technique is strong enough and powerful enough to defeat Moro, that he's spending so much time. And actually, this is really one of the first times, once again, that we see Vegeta as a character, practicing some patience. Old Vegeta would have been like, oh, the battle's done already started, like send me back now. But like, this Vegeta is he seems very much more wiser. He's taking his time with, I have to trust Goku, so I'm able to get this all the way down, which is a fun thing that we've been seeing, is this growth of Vegeta. So hopefully when he does show up in the battle, he does have a big moment. But no, another just fun chapter of Dragon Ball Super this week, as they continue to keep us entertained. So hopefully that the anime will be returning soon and we get to see this animated, and that would be fun. But hey, they don't like us that much to do that, so whatever. I'm fine with the manga. I'm fine with this chapter. This chapter was fun, and this is this week's chapter of Dragon Ball Super. Alright, so I'm tired of Boruto doing this like push and pull thing with me, where they make me a really good fan of it because they're telling a very compelling story and there's some cool things happening, and then they just like go off the deep end and then they do some weird shit, some bullshit where I'm just like, what are you actually doing? I'm getting very tired of it. Last few chapters of Boruto have been very entertaining. You get Kashin Koji, he is turning on Jigen. You got Amato, he's trying to defect from Kara, and he's about to like tell the Hokage everything that's going on. Like you're getting some major developments here. You got people crossing each other, you don't know who to trust, you don't know what people's motives are. Very wild stuff going on. And then this chapter, they just go off the goddamn deep end. So we already have like the scientific ninja tools. They have the the cyborgs, ninjas. It's just a lot of things are kind of going on, which whatever. Hey, this in this world they probably need technological advances. Why not? But okay, so Amato, he tells them like, listen, I'll tell you everything I know if you guys just let me defect, to another village, all this stuff. I'll just tell you everything I know. Kind of how he did it was a little badass too, of strapping a bomb to a child's neck and then blowing up a tree just to let them know that he wasn't bullshitting, that he would literally blow this child up. Some wild shit. So, pretty much, this is happening, and the model's finally like, okay, they take the deal. They say, I will, we'll let it be known, whatever. We'll let you defect. Whatever. So he starts telling them who Jigen really is and what is going on, and it turns out that Jigen started off as a regular human being until he got taken over by an alien parasite named Otsutsuki. And this parasite goes world to world, and what it does is it plants this big ass tree. It plants this big ass tree into the ground. And then what they do is they plant a 10-tailed spirit in the ground. It becomes this divine tree. What this tree does is eat all the chakra in the earth, and it produces a chakra fruit that that this alien parasite eats, and as it eats, it evolves and it moves on to the next planet. Which, what the absolute fuck was that? I don't know what is going on here. Somehow aliens are happening. Like, this is on like Fast and Furious levels of like complete like, what the hell is this going on? This is absolutely crazy. Now aliens are now involved. Kashin Koji, he is having, somehow he has this little frog that's now recording an image that is on a model's eyeglasses, and now they're all watching it together, of, you know, Kashin Koji confronting Jigen right now, and Jigen's like, you know, I know that you and Amato are, you know, you guys are turning on me, you know, what is really going on? I want you to explain to me before I kill you. And, you know, Kashin Koji pretty much says, my motive is simple, like, I was created to kill you, because, you know, I remember he's the cyborg ninja, and you know, just a bunch of wild shit going on once again. And, you know, he's like, pretty much, I was created to kill you, and that's where it ends. Boy, that was just a lot of shit going on, just a lot of stuff. I don't get it. Why aliens? Why do aliens got to get involved in this? Unless, like, man, why do aliens got to get involved? Shit is so funny. Oh man, but we're gonna see what happens, man. Maybe these ninjas or these aliens got hands. I don't know. But the fact that aliens are now involved and are now present in the world of Naruto and Boruto and all that is very funny to me. I don't know. Whatever, man. But hey, we got aliens now in the Boruto universe, and that's what we learned in chapter 45 of Boruto this week. Spy Family continues to be just wholesome territory, and I love it. I love it so damn much. My favorite thing about Spy Family is how much they just let Anya shine. They just give her the goddamn will, and they just say, take us where we need to be. You know, they could be doing shit like, you know, continuing to, you know, put Lloyd in these like high tension situations. They can, you know, put Yor, you know, in these, you know, wild assassination. Like, they could be, like, there's a lot of things they could be doing in terms of like action wise. They could, but I'm so happy they're not taking that route in which they are, you know, letting us continue to just fall in love with Anya, because she's by far the best character in this entire manga. Like, it's not even close. You know, like allowing her to carry a lot of the plot weight of, you know, her trying to get close to Damien, her classmate, so it can help out her dad's mission, so he can get close to the prime minister. Like, you know, her always just, you know, the ability of her knowing how to read minds, her just kind of inserting herself into situations is very fun. Also, the simple fact too is that, like, we don't know a lot yet about her backstory. No, we don't know what happened, how she got her powers, like all these things. So there's still even layers to her that you're continuing to peel back, you're continuing to learn. But, you know, how much though she just contributes to the story is great. No, in this chapter, she's still on plan, like, let me get close to Damien, who was one of her classmates, and they have this great relationship throughout this thing where she continues to try to be his friend, and, you know, he keeps, in a sense, giving her chances, and she keeps failing at these chances, but even when they fail, they're somehow a success. And that's really what this chapter was about, of just, you know, figuring out like just how the relationships work in this story of, you know, Damien and Anya. So, you know, Anya is like, hey, I'm gonna show him this cool family picture. You know, her friend sees it, falls in love with Lloyd, and, you know, as they go into art class, she's like, I'm keeping this family picture now. So she completely derails Anya's plan from the jump. What a horrible friend, but whatever. You know, she completely derails this plan. She takes this picture. You know, they go to arts and craft, and they're like, you are going to, no, we're going to make these 3D models using the resources at your table. You know, and you know, we're going to judge you on how good the art is, and we're going to also judge you on, like, how y'all divvy up stuff, your assertiveness, how you share, just a bunch of little things. They're at this super elite school, so it's never just a regular project, it's always something extra added to it. So Anya and Damien are sat at the same table, and, you know, as Anya is trying to help Damien, she's messing up. he's berating her about like her ugly designs, but she's like not fazed by it. She's still just going hard to help him, because she understands, first of all, that becoming friends with Damien is very important to her dad's mission. And once again, they're giving her this this weight to carry of this, you're important to all of this happening. So like, if this doesn't happen, this they have to really go back to the drawing board. So she's going extra hard of, I need to become Damien's friend so my dad can get close to his dad. And as she's continuing to help him, there's just the kid annoyance thing where she's messing up, he's like getting upset about it, but at the end they come up with this very ugly creation in comparison to the others, but somehow, some way, like there's some deeper meaning to this ugly creation that the judges find, and they still end up getting first place together. And Damien has this moment where he's like, my project won first place, even though like Anya helped, and he told Anya like how ugly it is, but he's like, man, dang, like I can't believe I got first place in this with her help, like whatever. And at the end of this chapter, though, you get a little deeper into who Damien is, and what his real relationship is with his father. And you see that his relationship with his father is not great. Like, his dad's not around. Like, here is this 6-year-old kid who is at home by himself with like his friends and a butler. So you have this, you get a look into what is going on in his life, and you see that as Anya is fighting to get his attention, he is fighting to get his dad's attention. And you see that how he acts and why he is so driven and hard and pushes Anya away is because of he's trying to become Imperial Scholar too, just like her. And he sees all these other kids as competition. So getting a look just even into that dynamic, you start to they're really letting once again the kids shine. They're and like letting the kids tell the story and carry this like story plot, which is cool, because they could have gone a complete different route and made this very adultish. They could have made this very mature, but in a sense they did, but they didn't. But I'm enjoying the story, man. Like, Spy Family is really great. One of those things where I really I hope to see get animated soon, and hope to see something happen with this, because just the storyline is very is very entertaining, very good, very wholesome content. That's what we're here for. That's what Big Eyes is all about. We're here for stuff that you could read with the family, because we are a family show. I think. Okay, but all right, man. This is this chapter of Spy Family. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Big Eyes podcast. And if you're a fan of this podcast, you can follow me on Twitter at Jamal SLM, or on Instagram at Straw Hat LJ. If you're a fan of anime, manga, any of that, man, follow us at the Lookout RNC. If you have an idea or anything, just want to be down, man, don't feel free to hit us up. Don't feel afraid. We're always just looking to be creative and just have fun with it. So man, follow the Lookout RNC on Twitter. If you're just a fan of podcasts, if you're just a fan of pop culture, if you're a fan of just anything, make sure you follow us at our main page at RNC Radio Live. We're just doing a bunch of fun stuff, man, a bunch of cool stuff. Shout out to my RSPN boys. They are back. Looking at pretty much breaking down like the Last Dance documentary, just a bunch of fun stuff going on. But once again, thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Big Eyes podcast. Y'all stay plus ultra. Peace.